8-year-old son, Zane, was showing off his moonwalk in the living room, absolutely thrilled about his aunt's upcoming wedding. Because he's autistic, he didn't often get to experience big social events, so this meant the world to him. Just as he finished his dance, my phone vibrated. It was a text from the bride's mother, a woman named Reagan. Her message was brutal. "Hey, my daughter's wedding is tomorrow, and I won't have your little freak son ruining it. Plus, she deals with that creature enough when babysitting. Don't even think about bringing him. I'm dead serious." Zane, who had been reading over my shoulder, saw the venomous words freak and creature, and his face instantly crumpled. I stared at the screen, utterly shocked. Before I could even formulate a response, Zane climbed onto the couch beside me. "Is that about the wedding?" he asked. I tried to shield the phone, but he'd already caught sight of the message. His small face sank. "She doesn't want me," he whispered, his voice cracking. "I'm a creature." The tears weren't a tantrum. They were quiet, painful streams down his cheeks. "I thought Aunt Jessica loved me." "She does love you, buddy," I reassured him. "This is Reagan, not Jessica." Another text from Reagan popped up. "I hired security. Your son's name isn't on the list." Zane saw that one too. "Security? Like police? To keep me out?" I quickly texted back. "Jessica adores him. She'd be heartbroken if he weren't there." The reply was swift. "It's my money paying for this wedding. My rules." Zane was crying harder now. I practiced my dancing for nothing. I really wanted to show everyone my moonwalk. I pulled him close. "Listen, we are absolutely going to that wedding. Reagan doesn't get to decide who loves you." "But the security," he sniffled. "Forget security. Aunt Jessica invited us, and that's all that matters." I wiped his tears. "How about we go shopping for the coolest wedding outfit ever?" His eyes flickered with a hint of brightness. "Really? Really? We'll get you looking so fantastic that Reagan will regret ever trying to exclude you." A small smile formed. "Can I get something with dinosaurs?" "Dinosaur everything if you want, buddy." He sprang up. "We're actually going? Promise. Now, let's get those shoes on. We've got some serious shopping to do." The next morning, Zane was practically bouncing as we entered the suit shop. "I want something Reagan will really hate," he declared. The sales clerk chuckled. "Let's make you truly unforgettable." "A blue tie," Zane decided, "because Aunt Jessica loves blue." "Excellent choice," the clerk affirmed, then leaned in to whisper to me. "Trouble with the in-laws? The mother of the bride doesn't want him there because of his autism, but the bride loves him." Her expression hardened slightly. "Come with me, sweetheart," she told Zane. "We're going to make you shine." She presented him with a pair of dinosaur-tinted glasses. "These are very much in style right now." Zane's jaw dropped. "Dinosaur glasses. Can I, Dad, please?" I knew Reagan would absolutely lose her mind. "Absolutely." My phone buzzed. "Reagan, security will remove both of you." The clerk noticed my worried look. "What else can we add?" "Oh, suspenders. Dinosaur suspenders." "Definitely add them," I told her. At the card store, Zane picked out the largest, most glittery card he could find. "This one has glitter that falls everywhere," he announced. "Perfect. Maximum mess." He carefully scrawled, "I love you, Aunt Jessica," then adorned the card with dinosaur stickers. "Reagan's going to despise these dinosaurs." My phone rang. It was Jessica. "Mom said Zane is sick." "He's not sick. Your mom just doesn't want him there." "What? He is coming. I have a special job for him. My unofficial ring bearer. Don't tell Mom." Meanwhile, Zane discovered temporary tattoos. "Dad, dragon tattoos. Get 3 packs. She'll be so mad." He was actually giggling now. Back home, Zane picked flowers from our garden, every color imaginable, like a prehistoric bouquet. He wrapped them in neon pink paper towels with bright orange ribbon. "This is the ugliest bouquet ever. She'll hate it, but Aunt Jessica will think it's hilarious." My cousin texted. "Heard what Reagan did. We've got your back. Also, Grandma's coming. Reagan banned her last year. This is going to be epic." I texted back my thanks. Zane modeled his complete look. His crisp suit, dinosaur glasses perched on his nose, suspenders, and dragon tattoos covering both hands. "Do I look annoying?" "Spectacularly annoying," I confirmed. Reagan sent a photo of 2 security guards. "They know your faces." Zane saw it. "Dad, what if they really don't let us in? Then we'll cause such a scene that Jessica will have to come out and get us." "Can I yell really loud?" "The loudest." He practiced his entrance. "Aunt Jessica, it's me, Zane, the one Reagan hates." In the car, he was primed for battle. Dinosaur glasses on, clutching his glitter-filled card. "Dad, Reagan's going to be so embarrassed." "That's the plan, buddy." Pulling up to the venue, my cousin waved us through. "Reagan's already sloshed. You're clear." We stepped inside. Reagan spotted us immediately, her face contorting with fury. She started storming toward us, wobbling precariously on her heels. "Aunt Jessica!" Zane shrieked across the hall. Jessica turned, her face lighting up with pure joy. "Zane, my baby." She rushed to him, hugging him tightly. "Your glasses, your suspenders. You look incredible." "I brought you ugly flowers." "Reagan hates them." Jessica burst into laughter. "They're absolutely perfect." Reagan arrived, seething. I specifically said, "Mom, did you really try to ban my nephew?" Jessica cut her off. "He's not your nephew, he's family," Jessica declared. "And his dinosaur glasses are awesome." Just then, Grandma appeared. "Reagan's still gatekeeping weddings, I see," she remarked dryly. Reagan froze. "You weren't invited." "Jessica invited me." "Unlike you, she possesses a heart." During the ceremony, Zane remained remarkably still, only adjusting his dinosaur glasses with dramatic flair every few minutes. When the couple finally kissed, he loudly exclaimed, "Finally!" The guests erupted in laughter. Reagan looked like she was about to explode. At the reception, Zane moonwalked across the dance floor, his glasses glinting in the lights. Reagan's sisters high-fived him. Jessica pulled him up for a dance. My favorite person here, she beamed. That's when Reagan stormed toward the DJ booth. The music abruptly ceased. She snatched the microphone. This child was not invited and needs to be removed. Her slurred voice boomed through the speakers. The room fell silent. 200 pairs of eyes swung toward her. Then to Zane, standing on the dance floor. My heart sank as his dinosaur glasses slid down his nose, his lip trembling. He's a problem, Reagan continued, her words thick with drink. This is my daughter's special day, and I won't have it ruined by some. Jessica sprang up so fast her chair toppled over. Her dress billowed as she raced toward her mother. Mother, stop. Her voice filled the suddenly silent room. She reached for the mic, but Reagan held it high. Everyone needs to know what kind of creature you brought to our family event. Zane's small body began to shake. He started rocking back and forth, a clear sign he was terrified. I pushed my way through the stunned crowd, but Grandma reached him first. She pulled him into a fierce hug. You're perfect, sweetheart, she declared loudly. Don't listen to her. Robert rose from the head table, his jaw clenched. Reagan, you're drunk. Give me the mic. She clutched it tighter. It's my money, my wedding, and that thing shouldn't be here. The word thing elicited gasps from the guests. Robert's entire family stood up. His mother shouted, Reagan, that's enough. He's a child. I finally reached Zane and dropped to my knees, holding him as tears streamed down his face. I'm ruining everything again, he sobbed into my shoulder, trembling. No, buddy. You're not ruining anything, I reassured him, pulling him tighter. Reagan was the one creating chaos. Jessica finally managed to yank the microphone from her. A hard pull. Everyone, I'm so incredibly sorry, she said, her voice shaky but resolute. My nephew Zane belongs right here, with family who loves him. Reagan tried to snatch the mic back, but Robert stepped between them, blocking her. You're choosing that creature over your own mother? Reagan shrieked, her voice echoing even without amplification. Then David rose from his table. Reagan's husband had a dark, angry, utterly defeated look on his face. Reagan, we're leaving. Now. His voice, calm yet powerful, carried across the entire room. What? David, no. Reagan shrieked, pointing a trembling arm toward us. They need to leave. But David was already striding toward her, his steps firm and steady. I've watched you do this for 20 years, he stated as he reached the DJ booth. You did it to my sister, to my mother, and now to an 8-year-old boy. I'm done. The room fell into such profound silence that the hum of the air conditioning was audible. Reagan's face went from crimson to stark white in mere seconds. David, you don't understand. He's autistic. He'll ruin. The only person ruining anything is you, David's voice thundered, making Reagan recoil. Zane tugged on my sleeve, his dinosaur glasses slightly askew. Dad, should we go? I don't want Aunt Jessica's wedding to be sad. Before I could reply, Jessica dropped to her knees beside us, her wedding dress pooling on the floor. Zay, sweetheart, you are the best part of this entire day, she said, tears streaking her makeup. I am so incredibly sorry about my mom. Will you dance with me? Zane looked from me to Jessica, hesitant. But Reagan said, Reagan's wrong, Jessica stated firmly, taking his hands. You're not a creature or a thing. You're my favorite nephew, and I love your dinosaur glasses, your moonwalk, absolutely everything about you. The DJ, a veteran of many wedding dramas, leaned into his microphone. Let's get this party started again. This one's for Zane. The very song Zane had practiced his moonwalk to began to play. Something felt inherently off about Reagan's insistence that she paid for everything, given David's visibly exhausted and fed-up demeanor. It made me wonder if their financial situation was far more complex than she let on. Half the guests immediately clapped to the beat. Robert's mom cheered, Come on, Zane, show us that moonwalk again. Zane wiped his nose with his sleeve, a tiny smile beginning to form. Reagan began to move toward us again, wobbling precariously. This is my wedding. I paid for everything. But Grace and 3 cousins stepped in front of her, forming an impenetrable human wall. Actually, Mom, Jessica said, standing tall and adjusting her dress. Robert's parents paid half, and they want Zane here. Robert's dad, from across the room, raised his glass. The boy stays. Reagan spun around, desperately seeking support, but even her own sisters shook their heads. You've gone too far this time, Reagan, one of them called out. Zane suddenly stood up, pushing his dinosaur glasses up with newfound determination. I want to dance with Aunt Jessica. He took her hand, and they walked to the center of the dance floor. The entire room collectively sighed as Jessica and Zane began dancing. His moonwalk was flawless, her dress swirling like a cloud. Phones materialized everywhere, recording the precious moment. Reagan made one last desperate move, stomping toward a door marked, Office. I'm getting the manager. This is against the law. David followed, shaking his head, as if he couldn't believe any of this was happening. While she was gone, the music continued, and Zane kept dancing joyfully with Jessica. When the song ended, he took a big theatrical bow that drew laughter and even louder cheers. Dinosaurs are awesome, someone shouted, and Zane's whole face lit up as he proudly adjusted his glasses. Robert came over and lifted him onto his shoulders. This is my new nephew, the coolest kid at this wedding. Zane genuinely laughed. All traces of earlier tears vanished. From his perch, he saw everyone smiling, clapping, and showering him with affection. A few minutes later, Reagan returned, dragging a tired-looking man in a black suit, the venue manager. These people weren't invited, she snapped, pointing at us. The manager surveyed the happy room, Jessica in her gown, Zane laughing on Robert's shoulders. Ma'am, he said gently, I see happy guests and a bride who clearly wishes them here. Reagan's face turned purple with rage. I'm paying for this venue. Actually, Robert's dad interjected, pulling out his phone. We paid our half directly. Our names are on the contract. The manager nodded and quietly walked away, leaving Reagan standing utterly alone. She stood there, everyone's gaze upon her. You're all going to regret this, she shrieked, her voice cracking. Jessica, you're out of the will. Jessica let out a genuine booming laugh. Mom, you've used that will threat for 15 years. I don't care about your money. I care about family. Real family that loves unconditionally. David returned with Reagan's purse and coat. We're leaving, Reagan. Now. She tried to argue, but he was already guiding her toward the exit. Stay at your sister's tonight. I need to think. As she was let out, Reagan turned one last time. That child will ruin your life, Jessica. Jessica walked over and took Zane's hand. The only thing ruined tonight is your relationship with everyone who truly matters. The room remained silent until Grandma raised her glass high. To Zane, the best dancer at this wedding. Everyone lifted their glasses, cheering loudly. Zane buried his face in my shoulder. Happy, overwhelmed. Dad, everyone likes me. I hugged him tight. They don't just like you, buddy. They love you. 10 minutes later, the DJ spoke again. Special request from the bride. Everyone on the dance floor for the Zay train. The music pumped as Jessica led a conga line with Zane at the very front, his dinosaur glasses flashing under the lights. He integrated moonwalk steps into the conga line, making everyone behind him laugh as they struggled to copy. Robert's mom found me near the edge. Your boy is wonderful. Reagan has been nothing but trouble at every event. Thank you for standing up to her. I watched Zane leading that line, spinning and sliding, everyone following him as if he were the star of the show. All he ever wanted was to celebrate his aunt's love. The party continued for another hour before David returned alone. He found me near the bar, looking tired but distinctly lighter. I'm filing for divorce Monday, he announced. 20 years of watching her hurt people. Your boy was the final straw. I'm sorry, I told him, and I genuinely meant it. David shook his head. Don't be. Zane did us all a favor. Sometimes it takes a child's honesty to expose what we've been ignoring. Jessica and Robert came over for the family photos. We want Zane in every single shot, Jessica declared. He's family, real family. Zane straightened his dinosaur glasses proudly. The photographer arranged everyone, placing him right in front. Perfect. The glasses are great, she complimented. Zane grinned, striking his moonwalk pose, which made everyone laugh. Later, during the cake cutting, Jessica called Zane to the front. My nephew gets the first piece after us, Jessica announced proudly. Reagan's empty chair at the head table seemed to glare at everyone, but nobody cared. Zane carefully took his slice of cake, then paused. Aunt Jessica, will Reagan be mad at you forever because of me? Jessica knelt in her dress. Sweetheart, Reagan's anger is her choice. My love for you is mine. We were all enjoying cake when sparkles began to fall from the vents like snow. The glitter I'd put in Zane's card had finally shaken loose. I forgot about that. Zane shouted, jumping with excitement. Instead of being annoyed, everyone laughed and started dancing in the glitter rain. Best wedding ever. Someone cheered. Jessica twirled in the sparkles, her white dress catching the light like a disco ball. Robert grabbed the mic. Everyone, this glitter is courtesy of my new nephew, Zane. Reagan said he'd ruin the wedding, but he made it magical. The crowd roared and kept dancing under the shimmering cascade. By 11:30 p.m., the party was winding down, and Zane had fallen asleep in my lap, still wearing his dinosaur glasses. Jessica and Robert stopped by before they left. Thank you, Jessica whispered, gently brushing Zane's hair. For bringing him, for standing up for him. Reagan stole so much joy from my life. Not anymore, Robert added firmly. We want Zane at every family event, every birthday, every holiday. Reagan won't stop it. I nodded, feeling a deep sense of healing within me. I carried a sleeping Zane to the car, his glasses askew, glitter clinging to his hair. The parking attendant remarked, that your boy who did the moonwalk? He was incredible. In the car, Zane stirred as I buckled him in. Dad, did I do good? I kissed his forehead. Perfect, buddy. You were yourself, and that's always good. He smiled contentedly and drifted back to sleep. On the drive home, my phone buzzed continuously with photos and videos from the wedding. Zane dancing, laughing, surrounded by love. Each text said things like, your son is wonderful, or Reagan was absolutely wrong. The next morning, Zane woke up and immediately put on his dinosaur glasses. Can we go to more weddings? He asked. Only ones where they want me, not where I'm a creature. You're never a creature, I asserted. You're Zane. You're perfect. He pondered this while eating his cereal. Reagan thought I was a creature. Reagan was wrong about a lot of things, I replied. Around 10 a.m., Jessica texted a photo, the family picture with Zane front and center, glasses and all. Ordering 100 copies, she wrote. Reagan can stay mad. That afternoon, David called. I'm setting up a college fund for Zane. Reagan used money to hurt people. It's time to use it for good. You don't have to, I began. I want to, he responded. That boy showed more courage last night than most adults ever do. A week later, at therapy, Zane recounted the entire wedding to his therapist. Everyone clapped for my moonwalk, and Aunt Jessica said I was the best part. The therapist smiled at me. This was huge progress for the boy who once believed he was a creature. When the glitter fell, Zane added, nobody got mad. They said it was magic. Maybe being different isn't bad. How does that make you feel? She asked gently. Like I'm not wrong. Like I'm just me, and that's okay. 2 weeks later, David called. Reagan signed the divorce papers. She's moving to Florida. How are you doing? I asked. Better than I have in years. I'm seeing my family again. Reagan made me cut them off. Her constant threats about the will made me wonder how long she'd wielded that power to control people. Good for you, I told him sincerely. I meant what I said. The college fund's all set up. That boy saved my life just by being himself. 3 weeks later, Jessica called with news that made Zane jump for joy for 10 minutes straight. I'm pregnant, and if it's a boy, we're naming him Zane. After me, he asked wide-eyed. After the bravest kid I know, she affirmed. You showed me what real family truly means. A month after the wedding, Zane delivered a class presentation on an important life event. Wearing his dinosaur glasses, he confidently stated, my great-aunt banned me from a wedding because I'm autistic. But I went anyway, and everyone wanted me there. One mean person doesn't speak for everyone. His teacher teared up. Zane, that's incredibly brave. Class, what can we learn from this? Being different isn't wrong, a girl offered. Precisely, the teacher replied. Standing up for yourself matters. 2 months later, a letter from Reagan arrived. Zane discovered it. It's from Reagan, he announced. I opened it. I've had time to think. Perhaps I was harsh. If you apologize for disrupting my daughter's wedding, we can discuss Zane attending future events with supervision. Zane frowned. She still thinks I did something wrong. Yes, she does. Should we write back? No, he said resolutely. She's not sorry. She just wants us to say we were wrong. We weren't. We tossed the letter away together. 3 months later, Christmas at Jessica and Robert's new house was filled with warmth and laughter. David looked happier than I'd ever seen him. Reagan's absence felt like a true blessing. Zane moonwalked for everyone, Jessica dancing alongside him, her baby bump gently swaying. Remember when Reagan said you'd ruin everything? Grandma mused. She was wrong about everything, I replied. David overheard. The sad part is, she's alone in Florida, missing all this. She chose pride over family. That night, as I tucked Zane into bed, he asked, Dad, is Reagan sad? Probably, I admitted. I'm not glad she's sad, he said thoughtfully. But I'm glad she can't make people sad anymore. That's a good way to see it, I agreed. He carefully placed his glasses on the nightstand. 3 pairs now, in different colors. Dad, thanks for not letting her make me think I was wrong. You were never wrong, Zane. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. I know. The wedding taught me that not everyone has to love me, only the ones who matter. I kissed his forehead, remembering the scared boy who once believed he was a creature. That boy was gone, replaced by one who understood his own immense worth. Dad, he called out as I reached the door. Yeah, buddy. Next time someone calls me a creature, I'll say, no, I'm a dinosaur, and put on my glasses. I laughed. That's perfect, and it truly was. My boy had learned the most profound lesson, that others' opinions cannot diminish who he is. Reagan tried to break him, but in her cruelty, she unwittingly helped him discover his inner strength. He wasn't a creature or a problem. He was Zane, and that was more than enough.